Hey YouTube, it's jurracmaster, and this is the duel from the first deck of my challenge to duelists video. So I will be dueling with a Tyranno Infinity deck in this video, and you'll notice I play this in attack position because typically I'll get another way to discard or something, and I could get out a level 4, but that wasn't the case here. So I just have to leave it in attack position and set the survival instinct as a bluff, mainly. So that's what I ended up doing. This duel went very well for me. I was facing Lightsworn, I guess, and they didn't really get a chance to do much of anything because I actually made this a pretty quick duel, and they didn't attack over the Miracle Jurassic Egg, which would have slowed me down a little bit, but I think they would have survived maybe one more turn, and they could have turned it around, I guess. But what ends up happening is I use the Jurassic Egg to get out Superconductor Tyranno, and I end up getting Evil Kaiser Logia out. And he was just only useful as getting rid of him instead of my Tyranno Infinity when it gets to Raikou. So this deck took me a while to think out, and I will be doing a profile right as this ends. So in this duel, the Lightsworn person mainly just sets stuff and doesn't really pay any attention to the fact that I can OTK. He doesn't really have a clue that I could, because he doesn't know I'm playing Tyranno Infinity. But what he should have done is attacked, but I keep him the Jurassic Egg and attack the entire game, because what I needed to do was make sure that with my lack of traps, that he thought I had a D-Prison or Mirror Force or something useful. What that ended up doing, I think it kind of deterred him from attacking over that the whole game, because I left it in attack position after this turn, and that's a pretty good move to leave a monster with 0 attack in attack position when you can afford to life point wise, because what it does is it makes them think that you have back row that you're confident in, so you don't need to switch it to defense, and you're trying to bait them into attacking. So that's what I did. Right here I got out the Evil Kaiser so that I could protect my Tyranno Infinity when I summon it. That's mainly why I have Evil Kaiser Logia in here. You'll get to hear more about that in the deck profile. I did this deck profile on Dueling Network because I don't have all of the exceeds because they're not all out yet. I think the deck came out pretty well. I'm going to make a few more comments on the game itself. Sorry for some of the waits. I was making sure things were okay and everything, and he took some time to think and all that. I didn't speed this up so that I'd have time to go over everything I wanted to. Also, I want to apologize for the bad quality of my voice in this video. My computer doesn't pick up sound very well, and I'm still trying to get an external mic for it. I will hopefully get that as soon as possible. I play this, I have Survival Instinct out, and I have Logia, so he's not really going to do anything to it. Right now, they can't bottomless, and I figured I would make it look like I didn't have any reason to play it, and was just putting it out on the field, so that I wouldn't lose it during card destruction. That was mainly the reason I played it so early, so that they'd think I was just trying to save it for later, even though it has 0 attack currently. And you'll see that now I have 4 counters on my Miracle Jurassic Egg, and will then tribute it off to get the Superconductor Tyranno, as I said earlier. What that does for me is gives me a strong monster that even Judgment Dragon couldn't run over if he for some reason had it and didn't destroy my field, because with card destruction going like that, I needed to make sure that something would be out, so that if he pulled out a lot of Lightsworn people, he couldn't get through me. Even if he had Honest, which he actually discarded when I used card destruction, I figured that would happen. Even if he had it, he wouldn't be able to get over me without destroying the field or something. So I'm going to attack with the Evil Kaiser because I want him to go away. That'll be the first step during the battle phase. I actually discard here to add an extra dinosaur to my graveyard. I don't really care about the Jurassic World, but I use it anyway because it's a very helpful card, giving me the extra attack, putting me up at 27 for Evil Kaiser, 36 for my Superconductor, and only 300 currently for the Tyranno Infinity. But keep in mind, I have that Survival Instinct set, and I know he has Necrogardna, so I don't activate Survival Instinct because I want to keep it at 0 as long as I can. So he goes and destroys Lavia because he thinks I'm just going to attack and leave the Tyranno Infinity that he thinks I'm just saving for later out. So he probably thinks he's in a good spot. So he's got that one Necrogardna in the grave, and I'm going to attack with the Superconductor Tyranno so that he'll negate it instead of taking 36. And after that, you could probably predict that I'll flip over Survival Instinct to gain my 7,000, or no, rather not 7,000, wow, to gain my 3,200 life points, and then attack for 8,300 damage. I was just hoping he didn't have a D prison, but I figured if he did, he would have saved Necrogardna. So at this point, my Tyranno Infinity is pretty safe. If he had Deep Prison or Mirror Force, he would have used it by now. He would have not wasted Necrogardna on the Superconductor Tyranno, because if you have a back row, it's better to use that than the Necrogardna. So I'm pretty much safe. So I get out my 8 monsters, gain my life points, and then attack for game. So that's pretty much what happened. I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching this part of the video. Stay tuned for the deck profile in a minute. So enjoy the rest of this. Hey YouTube, so this is the deck that I use in the duel. This is a pretty well thought out deck. I took a while on it. The only problem I had was the lack of traps, so I figured why not bluff with my Miracle Jurassic Egg here the whole game. So what I wanted to do with it was make sure I had enough negation to save Tyranno Infinity if I needed to. That's also what the Evil Kaisers are for. And I needed to make sure I got one of these. These are for use with getting this or removing this. And Necroface is kind of a last chance kind of thing. If I've removed everything and need to play more, they've gotten rid of Tyranno Infinity or something, then I need the help. So I've got 3 Destroyer Saurus with 3 Hydrogeddon. I figured I'd put these in only because of these, just to discard for those. That's the only reason those are in there. I needed Hydrogeddon to make my Exceeds, mainly. Mainly want to go for the Evil Kaiser, but the rest are just there in case I needed them situationally. This was because I'm running my trade-in version, so it's a very helpful card to make a good build that's fast, gets a lot of dinos in the grave, specials things you need, and gets Tyranno Infinity set up. Also, sorry if the audio quality is kind of bad. I don't have an external mic. I'm going to buy one as soon as I can. I've already gone over Necroface. The level 8s are just there to be level 8s. They can come out if I need them to. And Tyranno Infinity is what the deck is supposed to be based around. This speeds up the deck, gets dinos in the grave, which is what I need for Infinity. And, as you see in the video, I used it with my Miracle Jurassic Egg. So it was very, very helpful. The Foolish Burial is just for the Jurassic Egg and getting more targets for this. Fossil Dig Searches, it's just a dinosaur staple, gets this faster. This also searches, mainly search this, or remove this. I didn't even get the chance to do so. These are in here just for the little extra attack boost for these guys, and for this thing to work. Trade-in is what makes the deck pretty fast. Miracle Jurassic Egg works with it. You draw more, just works really well. I needed these 3 for negation, and these 3 to set up. So, mainly these guys, except for the Evil Kaiser, are just in there in case I needed them. Just really situational, but I really didn't need any of them at all. So,